Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'll let everybody hop in. My moderator is going to answer on the side chat. I don't really notice the chats, guys. I don't go direct. Hi, Debbie. I don't go direct. I don't just kind of connect with spirit. It's all about energy, everybody. We are essence. We are energy. It's all about recognizing the connection of energy to energy. I trust my spirit team. They're kind of guiding me to a spirit connected, which would be your lost loved one. I just kind of go with it. Hey, Amanda. Amanda, that's funny. I already heard the name Amanda before this started. I heard actually three names: Becky, Amanda, but Amanda is short for Mandy. And I lost the third name, but Becky and Amanda Mandy, I heard already before I started. So it could be for you. You never know. Let's see what happens. So what I do, guys, is I just kind of go with the spirit. I go with the essence. I bring through what I'm feeling. From that, I just keep connecting. And when you can't take it, just type in the box that you can understand what you can understand. And then we keep going there. When the connection is very, very strong, then I blend even further, and then your lost loved ones speak to you through me. Okay, so it's okay, Amanda, about the Mandy. Again, names are not as important, but I did hear Becky also. So Becky, Amanda, and then I heard Mandy. So it could be all together. It could just be names that popped in from now. Hi, Christine. And we'll see what happens. Hello from New Zealand, Linda. Hello, Charlene. Hello, Marie. Let me say a quick hi. Hello, Mel. What did I miss on top? Hello, Debbie. We said hi. Hello, Lulu. Hello, Julie. Okay, so Tasmilin, Sue, Deb. Okay, so I said quick highs, and whoever comes in, if I didn't say hello, Charlene can take Mandy. Okay, let me see who we have first. We just got the names that are just floating around. We just put them on the side for a second. Okay, I'm sensing a sister. Now, it could be an actual sister in relation. It could be a very good friend, like a sister. I don't want to say she was full. I want to say more like a voluptuous. I want to say more. She was shy. She wasn't as comfortable in her own skin as you were at the time you knew each other. But she was here, and she. I don't think it's not like she relied on you, but I would say possibly she lived vicariously through you. Sharon, Mandy, and Becky, you can take. Wonderful. And the names you hear. Oh, stepsister. Okay. Uh, Sharon, can you understand a sister in spirit or a very good friend like a sister? Okay, so we're going to keep it at that because this is maybe that's what Mandy is my sister, Sue is spirit. Mandy is my sister. Mandy is my sister, Sue in spirit. So your sister's name is Sue and she's going by Mandy? I'm not understanding that. Mandy is my sister, Sue in spirit. Is my sister Sue in spirit. Can you, hi, Rebecca, can you explain that, Sharon, if you can? I can see Rebecca. Hi. Let me just keep going 1 second here. So let's get the facts here first. Mandy is my stepsister. Okay, Charlene. So we have Charlene and we have Sharon, who I'm thinking of one of these two. Okay, great. Now, which one of you two, Charlene or Sharon, can understand that this sister or stepsister um, personality was my sister Sue in spirit? Okay, Sue. Oh, I understand what you're saying, Sharon. Then you can take Mandy as a living. I got it. Okay, that's great. Now, Sharon and Charlene, can either of you understand her personality was more the quiet type, not the nerdy type, just the quiet, the shy. Okay. She lived vicariously through you. You would have all the juicy stories. I guess all the fun, exciting things would happen to you and less her. And she just kind of wanted to really She loves your stories. Mandy here is okay. Gotcha, Sharon. So it is two sisters. Okay, great. Thank you, Charlene. Okay, and Sharon, can you understand the personality of Sister Sue? And also, Sharon, can you understand a Becky? Anybody in the living, possibly Becky? And can you understand, Sharon, the personality I was saying, where she was more the quiet, reserved, and she just loved your stories. She loved hearing your stories. You were more I wouldn't say the wild one, but more the adventurous one between the two of you. Can you understand that, Sharon? And now with you two, I'm seeing like an ice skating rink, but I think it's more of a frozen pond. Okay. Hey, Tanita. Can Sharon or Charlene? Okay, Sharon. Yes. Okay. All right, Charlene. Great. And Sharon, yes, I still have both of you. Okay, so between Charlene and Sharon, can either of you understand a visual I just received of an ice skating rink, but it's more like a frozen pond than an actual rink indoors? Becky is my niece. Sharon, that makes sense. Okay, that's great, Sharon. And Sharon, one more thing. Can you understand why a frozen pond or a frozen lake where there was ice skating? Yes, defo. Okay, so you understand the okay, great. Charlene, I think I'm connected to Sharon because I'm getting more chills now. But just stay on the side and just listen, please, because possibly the message is for you too. Maybe there's an overlap here. Okay, so Sharon, great. You can understand the ice skating rink, the lake, frozen lake, pond, whatever. Okay, wonderful. I know they always give something that's going to differentiate when we have two by the lake. Okay, Charlene. Okay. All right. Let's just. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit further here with Sharon, Charlene. But again, it could also be for you. But I'm just sensing more of energetic tingling here, and I gotta just trust that. But anyway, keep listening. We'll see what's gonna happen here. Okay, she's mentioning something about Becky. Something's going on with Becky, the niece, I think, Sharon. Would you understand something going on with Becky right now where there's some confusion with her in her life? There's something happening here that's kind of causing a ripple in the waters, and she's not standing on 2 feet. She's a little bit unsteady. Something is going on with her right now. Sharon said yes. Okay, great. So you can understand that, Sharon, you can understand that Becky's going through something right now. All right. And you're not your crazy, you're not your fun, wild person that you used to be. And this is like coming in saying, um, mm, Becky needs your fun, wild personality again. Now she wants to come and speak to you about you're you're reserved. You're reserved who you truly are. You don't expose yourself for who you are, the one that she remembers, she knows, she experienced. You're more reserved, more tight-lipped. You're more the observer. You don't really, even though you want to engage and help people out. It's even Becky. You kind of don't know if you have the right words to say or what are you going to say, and you're more like you're questioning rather than jumping in with 2 feet. Can you understand that? Okay, Sharon, great. Okay, wonderful, excellent. Thank you for that, Sharon. Can you understand now? You talking about you. Can you understand um, where you're more reserved? You're not that free spirited, spunky person that she remembered, that Sue remembered, and you hold back. You hold back. You're more calculating with what you're going to say or what you're going to your actions. And can you sense? Can you understand what you're saying? That sometimes you feel like Like you have your hands tied. Like you don't know what to say. You don't know. Like if it's gonna be the right word. Okay, Sharon. Thank you. Great. Okay. Excellent. So this is what she wants to talk to you about. Now, and I'm also sensing an underlining here. It's got to do with whatever Becky's going through right now, where you want to be more influential, and yet you're reserving, you're holding back. Your mind, your thoughts are like, the kid's going through too much. I don't want to confuse her, and I don't want to throw fuel to the fire, and I don't want to. I don't want her to blame me. I'm run down on. Okay, Sharon. So you're thinking if you do get involved, he's going to blame you, and you don't want to have any blame, and you're kind of staying on the sideline instead. Now I understand what Sue's saying. All right. So now she wants to come forth. There was a time you weren't afraid of anyone. There were no rules. You just lived. You were curious. You were fun. You said it the way it was. You thought people needed to hear what you had to say. You said it. And notice how many times you were right. They needed to hear it. You were freer then. You had more courage then. You didn't overthink outcomes. You weren't worried. You weren't focusing on how they perceive you from your wisdom. And those events in your life shaped who you became. Now you feel stuck. You want to speak your words, but you're afraid. A series of events, it will unfold. You're worried about her. You're worried how she'll react, what she'll say, how she'll view you. Notice how your tentativeness always comes back to how they're going to view you. You're so worried. And the perception of you that you've lost your perception of yourself. You live by the rules now. You're confined. You're cautious. But that's not you. You're free. You're fun. You're fire. Sometimes out of control. But that's a beautiful quality. Don't stifle it. Don't try to be perfect. There is no perfection. Be real. Listen to your heart. Follow the guidance. Speak. Speak. Don't be afraid. For what you have to say has merit. I love you. I'll always love you. We're all connected. Just don't be afraid, especially to speak up. It'll help. Oh, nice energy. Nice energy, Sharon. Thank you. And Charlene, if you were able to take the message also, that's fantastic. Beautiful energy is still hanging around. Beautiful. Wonderful. Hi, hello, everybody who came later. Welcome. This is Trance Evidential. I'm not going through all of the messages here. I know you all want a message. So we're going to just keep going with, this energy is vibrating big time. We're going to just connect to energy today, and whoever comes through, we're going to try to find the sitter. Oh, that's nice, Sharon. That's nice. They're always around. They hear everything, right? They know exactly what's going on. Okay. All right. I have a man's presence coming through. This one, he's walking like a soldier, like boom, 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 like a marching soldier or something. He's walking in with that kind of a. So I'm not certain if that's interesting. I'm not certain if he was either in the military or in the marching band. It's just kind of. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you for saying that. That's great. This way we definitely split that up for two. Great, perfect. Ah, Sharon, that's sweet. I'm happy. I'm happy that tears of love. They're always with us. We feel them. Beautiful. Okay, Deb, you can understand that off the bat. Okay, great. But that was in the army. Okay, fantastic, guys. Good. Just hold on. Let me just. Okay, so I'm hearing a bunch of names in my head, a bunch of man names. I'm hold on. It's too many coming in. Bert, Bart, Greg, Craig. So these are just names that are echoing from every direction. I don't know who this is for yet, all these names, but just leave them on the side for now. I honor it as it comes. Let's go back to Army, walking, in sync, marching. He was always, you perceive his essence to be not the military type, but more the structured type. But the irony here is that even in the military, the army or whatever, I think it's army. I'm sure it's army. He followed orders. He lined up. He did it all. He was good at it, but he hated it. He hated being told what to do. He just hated it. Thank you, Sharon. That's sweet. Interesting, Rebecca. Okay, cool. That was in the army, Charlene. Absolutely. Okay. So let's keep going here. Craig, Harry, Julie, Craig, Harry, Bert, Greg, Deb, and a B name. Okay, Deb, that's good too. All right, so we have a bunch of. Okay, let me just. Okay, so we have the military. Okay, he's been told what to do. I'm feeling Deb's connection here. Let me just keep going. Yeah, he hated what being told what to do, but he also recognized that it was important to follow suit, not only in the military but also in life. Okay, Deb, this is for you because he's saying that this is where you're having some difficulty. Is that you're not always aligning with the others? You're not pulling rank, but you're kind of pulling back. Like I'm not going to do what they're saying. I'm not going to follow that. I'm me. You're looking as if you're an individual and you want to have your own colors and have them shine. You're a colorful person, and this is who I am. If they don't like it, screw them. Sorry. And that kind of personality where you're not necessarily blending. Okay, that thank you. You're not necessarily attempting to merge with their thinking or who they are or what you need to fill in. He said, you understand what he's talking about. You're not compensating for them as well. You're just kind of focusing on you in your lane and not really honoring that their lanes are with yours as well. Now he's saying to you in a very humorous way, without a doubt, he was very humorous. Dad had a nice sense of humor of him, and he's kind of asking you like in this rhetorical question, like, and who do you think you got that from? So he totally resonates with identity, soul searching, finding who you are, and at the same time hating. I can take that, and he has a great sense of humor. Great, excellent, thank you. And he you're parallel. You're a mini me. You're a mirror of him. Where again, it's important. It's important for you to know who you are. It's important for you to find your self identity. It's important for you to remain in your lane, same as him. But where the difference is now, he knew. I guess it's again from serving in the military and structure, and he was forced to line up with everybody else. He knew the importance in adapting, even if it means your identity is not shining, but you're adapting. And this is the part that he's bringing in for you to understand why it's important. You can't not to always pull back and be the individual, but sometimes to conform with those around you, not just for the harmony and the peace, but this is where you find your true identity even more so. Okay, let him know. You've always been a colorful one. Remember how your clothes, colors didn't match, the styles didn't match. You thought they did. You claim that each color represents something. Style is identity. You went against the grain. You always followed what was in your heart. And the importance for you on remaining true to yourself. And this is indeed honorable. And this is what allows you to continue your pursuit, your understanding, your development with communication to the spirit realm. Notice how it all aligns. Your individuality, the sense, the need for recognition, remaining true to your word, standing up for yourself, all allowed you to recognize who you are. But you are still on the human journey. And when you pull back, when you don't conform with others, when you are perceiving that it is your need to embrace your identity, you are not noticing that it is also the ego in disguise. When this occurs, not only does it distort your understanding of communication to our realm, but it also provides a sense of confusion in yours. Embrace all those around you, those who accept you, those who don't, those who speak your language and those who don't, those who love you and honor you and those who don't. For true identity is found within the masses. The brilliant color is always noticeable amongst the mural of colors. It is not as noticeable with a gray backdrop. So be your brilliant, beautiful color, vibrant, pure, within the sea of other colors. This way, you silence the ego. You accept all. And within that acceptance, you accept yourself even more fully. I'm always with you, as you are aware. Shared love for eternity. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Deb, I see some sort of a connection, like a light bridge or light beam from you to him. I'm sensing, I'm sensing that either you're a medium or he was a medium. Something happens here with this light bridge connection. Thank you, Deb. It was an honor. Can you understand that, Deb? Was he a medium, Deb, or you're a medium? And this is where this light bridge is popping up in my visual. There you go, Deb. Good. I'm just reading now what you wrote. My eyes were closed. Thank you, Julie. Ah, Deb, you understand the light bridge. How cool is that? Woohoo! You know, I have a feeling, I sensed, yeah, and so I thought so. You could do mediumship. I sensed it at the end. Okay, great. I sensed it at the end where this light bridge, and I could sense he was a medium. That's why I'm asking if he was a medium too. And the way I'm understanding this too is whenever I envision this light bridge kind of a thing, that's where the whoever passed was a medium, and you are the living as a medium, and some kind of a light bridge occurs where there's an understanding of mediumship, and that's how they're connecting when you feel them all the time. That's so cool that you could take that. Thank you. That just confirms it for me too. That's what that is when I keep seeing that. All right, welcome everybody who came a little bit later. Nice to have you all here. A medium to medium, exactly, Charlene. Yep, exactly. Light bridge, right? Thanks, Deb. It wasn't me. It was him. Thank you. I'm just a messenger, guys. But that's very cool because that gives me a nice understanding also when you can confirm that. That's what they're giving me, and it's interesting. All right, we're gonna move on. Those who came in later, thank you very much for joining. I don't go through the comments, unfortunately. I'm not going direct. I kind of just go with the energy of spirit. It's all about energy connection. And when I feel that coming in, we go with it. We find the sitter. That's when they give me the nice specifics. And then the more the energy is even more powerful, the more they come in and they speak through me. There's two guys now with me. One's a brother. I'm going to say brother Bob. But this is interesting because my mind immediately goes to like a monk or a priest or something like that. The title is brother, like a monk. But I think this is an actual brother who had that kind of a warped sense of humor, if I may add. Perhaps he dressed like a monk and go drinking. I mean, something like that was his personality. I'm feeling this brother had that kind of a really freaky personality of fun and, warped, as we would call it in my country, right? So, in America, warped. But that's what made him unique, and that's what made him fun. Um, um, So yeah, so a brother who had a warped, funny sense of humor. I heard Bob, the bell ringer. Oh wait, what do you mean, Charlene, the bell ringer? He was actually a monk. Interesting. No, I see what you're saying. This is your dad and your uncle, like that kind of a brother thing. But we're gonna hold that on the side. I actually feel like as if this is someone's actual brother. So Bob was the monk, brother Bob. Interesting. Interesting, Charlene. So maybe it is a monk, brother Bob, and they called him brother. Oh wow, pretty cool. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're gonna keep Charlene here for a second. Before we move on with the monk, brother Bob, can anybody understand a brother in spirit? Forget the name. This was a brother in spirit. I'm trying to see if it's a friend like a brother, but I really feel like it's a brother uh, who had a warped sense of humor. Like as funny as he was, you would be like, "I can't believe you did that." Hey, Bernie, great, thank you. Okay, Charlene, and the brother also great. Uh, Bernie, can you understand the name Bob? Maybe in the living, possibly. Thank you, Charlene. Okay, great. I got you and Bernie, two brothers. One was funny. Okay, so the funny one, Bernie, was the one in spirit. Warped sense of humor. Not even funny, just warped. This is what makes him so this. Why it's distinguishable is that he really would do twisted things for a laugh, and you'd be like, "Hi, Diane. This is my brother in spirit. Diane Lyons too." Okay, Charlene, great. Bob was the monk. Okay, we're gonna hold him on the side. I might have two of them. That's why I'm coming in here. Okay, interesting. Maiden name was Bob. That's the Bob. Okay, very warped, Charlene. Cool. Thank you, Melanie. And Bernie says he was warped. How about you, Diane? Can you understand a brother in spirit who had a warped sense of humor that would just kind of, it's funny, but you guys would be shocked. Like, I can't believe you did that. That kind of a thing. Lorraine, let's just see if Diane can understand that as a person, as a warped brother, warped personality, and that you would kind of leave you more speechless or shocked. Like, I can't believe you did that kind of a thing. Can you understand that, Diane? I know Charlene can understand it, but with the brother Bob, which is the uncle, right? And Bernie can understand her brother is warped, and Bob is the last name. Excellent. So I definitely have Charlene with okay, and Diane. Great, Charlene. I understand your uncle is the monk Bob, so we're gonna put him on the side. I think I have two of them. That's why I got brother and brother Bob. So I think I have two overlapping here because my mind is picking up the name and everything. Okay, so I know Charlene. I know you have the brother monk, brother Bob, who's a monk. The uncle when he put him on the side. Okay, Bernie, bit of a nutcase. Okay, now let me understand who the brother is. Uh, quickly, Bernie said that Bob is the last name. Fine. Diane, can you understand a Bob connected to the brother? Because Bob is my mutual theme here. That's why it's split a brother Bob, as in the monk that Charlene understands, but also Bob is an actual brother or definitely connected to the brother. So Bernie got it as the last name for the brother, which is fine. Diane, can you understand the name Bob? First name, surname, connected to the brother in spirit, who's a nutcase and had a warped sense of humor. Just because I want to figure out who the brother is with either Bernie or Diane. Great, Charlene. Yeah, definitely. Charlene, I know you already have the monk, the uncle who's the brother Bob. We're going to keep him on the side. I got you already. I'm just trying to find out the other brother now between Bernie and Diane. So, Diane, if you could just let me know if you can understand Bob associated to the brother. No, Bob. Okay, Diane, thank you. So then I'm going to have to go with Bernie. This is Bernie's brother in spirit, Bob, the surname, and brother Bob, who's the monk Bob that goes with Charlene in spirit. Excellent. Thank you. Diane, please listen, though, for the message. is most likely going to pertain to you if you came this far. All right. So now this is where it becomes fun because the brother, uh, um, Bernie's brother, he's this is very funny. Okay. So where the monk is coming in. So this is where he's finding the humor. Like I couldn't script this any better because I don't think Bernie, your brother's essence energy was anywhere near a monk. I feel he was really, out there so monk like, and this is why I'm feeling this beautiful collaboration here. There's between the two. So they're doing this intentionally. Okay, I see where they're going with this. So this is where you both are opposite. I understand now. I understand now. So, um, Bernie, not a chance, right? Okay, so Bernie, this is where your brother is. Uh, okay, so it's a mirror reflection that's going on, guys. Now I see what they're doing. Both of them together, which is beautiful how they harmonize together. Okay, Charlene's uncle is the monk, Brother Bob. Okay, but Charlene, you're living your life on the opposite spectrum. You're going to be the wild one. So in other words, Charlene represents Bernie's brother Bob, Bernie's brother in spirit, where he was the wild one. He would never make a monk. Exactly. Okay. So and Bernie, you're more of the structured. I would say probably even religious or um I'm saying, Bernie, that your understanding is that you're going to be judged with what you do in life, and you have to be good. Like you would follow more Bernie. Okay, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. Bernie would follow more the life of the monk, and Charlene would follow more the craziness of Bernie's brother, totally opposite the monk. Catholic, great. So they're kind of both coming in for both of you, and they're swapping it. Okay, so they kind of have you guys take a reflection, take a look in the mirror. Okay, so Bernie, how your brother is coming through is like you don't have to be just like me, but you could be more like me. Don't be more like the monk. You see, don't be more serious, fearful of God, devoted to service. By doing all of that, you're not having fun. We related. Are you really, Bernie? Are you really related to Charlene? Oh, that's even more interesting. That's fascinating if you are. Wow. I had no clue. That's why they're coming in with this double combination thing. Oh my God, Spirit is amazing. So the message, Bernie, is where lighten up, have more fun. Oh, you're joking. Okay. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I'm gonna play the lotto if that's the case. Okay. It's just, but you know what's funny? This is how spirit doesn't see it that way. They're all connected, right? So a double quick messages. Charlene, you're too wild. Reel it in. Calm down. Reel it in. Have a little bit, thank you, Rebecca. Have a little bit more structure. Have a little bit more focus. Ah, I see it. Charlene, you're having more fun. You're having more you're bouncing around like Bernie's brother would do, bouncing around, having fun. I don't want to say not focused, but you're bouncing around having a good fun. And where the focus should be on is the spiritual connection. That's what he's saying to you, Charlene. The uncle is saying you could bounce around and everything like you are, mirroring um, Bernie's brother, but don't bounce around like that. Become more like the monk. Okay, become more like me, where you really view the spirit connection as sacred. So you're not focusing it on sacred enough. You're more bouncing around, having a fun and trying to see what's going on. So that's your message from both spirits, which is very cool, even that you're not related and you don't know Bernie's brother. Bernie, the opposite here is for you. Oh, this is so cool how they're switching messages. So it's like Charlene's monk uncle is bringing you the message that it's okay. Oh, this is amazing how they're doing this. So the message for Charlene was from Bernie's brother to be more like the uncle, and they're switching now where with Bernie's getting the message from Charlene's uncle saying you could be like us, you could be spiritual and Catholic and focused, but you could also enjoy your life and be a tad bit crazy like your brother and have fun. So this is cool. That's amazing. They crisscrossed it so you could both be like the other, and that's very cool. Oh, that's the first time that happened. That was really interesting. Thank you so much for having me bring them both in. That was a lot of fun. Sometimes it's a roller coaster ride or a Bronco ride. You have to just hang on and see what they want to do. Thank you, guys. I love how they just did that with both of you. Thank you, Francis. And it was an honor with both of you. I appreciate it. Okay, let's move on. We have time, I think, for two more spirits to come in and see who we have now. Okay, I have an older woman here. Could be a grandmother, I'm sensing. I have my head moving like this. It could either be an older woman who's a grandmother, or it could be a mother who lived to be very, very old and shake their head. So this is mad because I've done a reading for Bernie. Oh, wow, Charlene. There you go. That's the connection. That's the connection. That's how Charlene and Bernie are connected from the reading. Duh, that makes sense. That's when Bernie said you were related. I thought so. So you do know each other. That's why they came in. Fantastic. All right. That makes sense for me. Thank you. Okay, so I have this either a mother who lived to be old. Hey, Joa. Either a mother who lived to be old or the grandmother who was old. But I'm sensing the head movement. I'm not saying it's some kind of disease like MS or Parkinson's where the head's moving. I just feel like this is like an old age condition. I don't really feel that there was an illness that caused the movement, but I am feeling my head moving. So I am definitely feeling it was continuous. It was continuous. So can anybody understand either a mom who lived to be very old or a grandmother? I'm sensing them both in the same age range, pretty much. Perhaps your mother and your grandmother passed nearly the same age, like maybe 1 or 2 years apart. And I'm sensing they're both coming in now. She always moved her head back and forth. Okay, Charlene. Anybody else can understand this mother or grandmother, old age, or probably both of them here. But this one that's present would move their head a lot. And something with my hand, the left hand. Something with the left hand. Something either a cast, a missing finger, a short finger, something with the hand is very prominent. That you would always hide the hand. Something with the left hand. Can anybody understand this? Oh, Helen, that's awesome. She burned her hand. My mom and grandma passed the same age. Thank you, Helen. It could be for you. Thank you, Charlie. I don't think it's a burn, though. I think it's something. Helen, would you understand your mother or your grandmother having an affliction with the left hand? Mine is a head move like that. She had Parkinson's and the hand shook too. Okay, Christine. Okay, I'm sensing this left hand was very the left hand, something happened to the left hand. Can either Christine, Helen, or Charlene understand an affliction with the left hand? that she would always embarrass them and would hide it as much as she can. Stroke on the left side, Helen. That's very cool. I understand that now. Okay, okay, it's a stroke, and the left hand, and she would hide it or keep it down. That definitely makes sense. Okay, cool. Mom's hand. So it is your mother. Okay, and Charlene can take it also. Okay, and stroke. So this is your mom. Okay, that's what we're doing here. Okay, so I kind of just let spirit guide me now. So I'm putting in front of them like a target. I have Helen in the middle, Charlene on the left, and Christine on the right, and the middle lights up. It just lights up. Okay, Christine, thank you. Thank you very much. I had a feeling that's what they gave me as okay, that makes sense. And so Helen lit up, so this is definitely for Helen. But Christine, please, and Charlene, please just hang out and listen to the message, because if you're all this far, then the message could be also just as powerful for you too as well. All right, so Helen, so this is Mama, died at the same age as Grandma. I totally picked up on that. That's why I thought Grandmother was here, because I felt that they were the same present, same passing, same year. Stroke. Interesting. So this is what stroke feels like. Okay, thank you, Spirit, for bringing this to my attention. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. See, now I picked up something new in my tool bag. Thank you for that. Okay, Charlene, just hold off and just see if you can take the message, because I really got the indication that I'm with Helen here. Okay, that's why Helen, I feel grandma and mom together. Perfect. Fantastic. Helen, Eleanor, Helen. There's another Helen in spirit, or okay, so it was Alzheimer's. Okay, but I just figured that was something else than Alzheimer's or shaken. That's fine. Helen, can you understand another Helen? Either with grandma or mom, or another Helen, not you, another Helen. I'm feeling the name Helen is echoing to one of them. Either one of them was named Helen, or had a middle name Helen, or had another Helen besides you. It's a connection here. Can you understand why Helen is echoing, repeating within your mom, and then pass over to your grandmother? Can you understand why Helen is being repeated here with mom? And she said, "Oh, somebody in the living, a cousin Helena, Elena. I heard Elena. It is the living Elena. Okay, Elena. What's going on with Elena? Elena. Mom is saying about Elena. I said Elena. Shoot. Mom said, sorry. Mom's talking about Helena. Elena. I keep hearing Elena. So you're saying Helena, but I'm going to go with it. Something's going on with Elena and you, Helen. Something's going on with Elena and you. My grandma was like Helen's mom. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so this is where we have a little bit of friction in the spirit realm. Something's going on, Helen, with you and Elena. There's a friction happening here, which is reverberating in the spirit realm, and they're coming in to ease the tension. Can you understand that? That's why grandma's here, because grandma's taking Elena's side, or she's coming in with the energetic string or light to Helena, and your mom is coming for you. Can you understand something happened with you and your cousin Helena? Something, maybe it didn't happen right now. Maybe something happened. Maybe there's some kind of a conflict. Maybe there's animosity, resentment. Maybe there's a man in the picture somewhere. Since I lost mom, so true. Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Because you lost mom, getting goosebumps. Okay, Helena, this is Helen. This is what's going on here. Goosebumps everywhere, all over my face too. Bingo, we nailed it. Now they're both lighting up and coming in even stronger. All right, this is where mom's coming in now. Okay. Thank you. My sweet girl. Pause and notice the irony. Your willingness, your desire to speak to us who no longer reside in your physical world. And yet those who are also connected, who are also family, who are also of love, who also reside in your realm, you don't wish to speak to. And yet we are all part of the same structure. We are all one love. Just as you feel the warmth of love in your heart now as you hear these words, so too can we sense the discomfort in your heart by closing communication with those you love. The heart is your center point. It is of love. Don't just receive our love. Spread that love. Don't be selective, picky. Who to love, who to embrace, who to allow to enter your heart. There's a reason why family exists above friends. Remain loving. Remain open. Forgive in order to forgive yourself. And do not love with limitations. Just as we don't love with limitations. Keep focusing on what you feel in your heart now. For this is where you'll always find me. I'll never leave. Thank you. That's a nice energy. That's a nice energy. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Helen. Oh, you're sweet, Melanie. Helen, that was a nice energy. That was a nice energy. But I definitely sensed your grandmother's energy there too, because I felt like I was a ping pong ball. They were both kind of bringing in. That's great, Helen. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, definitely chat with Helen. Yeah, grief does that to us because we're human. We perceive it as if there's a loss. But you know what? It's not a loss, right? They're here. This is proof. I don't know Helen. I don't know Helena. I already know about this. And Grandma Amazing Ladies. Yes, I definitely felt their essences, and I felt they're weaving a web. They don't want you falling out of the web, and they're pulling Helena and everybody else. They're weaving their web here with enlightenment and awareness. It's okay, Trish. Nice to see you. Hey, Suzanne. Hey, Mel. So just remember, guys, Spirit's weaving a web that we're always part of, even if we think we're not, and allow grief to affect us as it does. But it's not real. Grief is we make it a lot more real than it is. So that's my time, everybody. Thank you very much for joining. I apologize for those who did not bring in their loved ones. Come again next week. I'm sure they're going to be there, but also notice that out of all these messages they speak, mostly it always can relate to everybody. So that's how, even if your spirit levels didn't come through, their essence was projected in messages, and it's how it is, which is great. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Melanie. But it's not me. I'm just a channel. I'm just the vessel for spirit. Thank you, Helen. It's not me. It's just an opening that they come in, and I trust it, and I remain open, and I don't cloud it with doubt or fear. And that's how it's accurate. It's not me. That's for damn sure. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. See you again next Tuesday, hopefully. Take care. Be good to yourselves. Love yourselves. Bye.